repeat it in
Mhm.
paragraph. That's why I could feel it.
Okay, perfect. So no troubles at all. All the
No.
information for you was clear.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Okay.
clear. It was some vocabulary that I just looked for was a counterfeit because I knew this concept as knockoff. That's why I it's similar. That's why I look for it.
Okay, right.
hmm
And what other part was important or interesting for you?
that the service work. I don't know. Wait a minute. No, service mark. Because
Mm-hmm.
in the
Yeah, but
in Word it was like plagiarism and service mark together, and I was no, this is not like together. That's why I said there are two words or concepts.
okay. But the important thing is that you get in this moment everything clear.
hmm
So we don't have to discuss nothing about it.
So
Okay,
it's okay.
perfect. And about the patent, how was the process? What you found? How was your idea?
Yeah, well, for me, I was thinking about something that I would like to use. For example, sometimes I forget my glasses, and just imagine if I need to drive, I cannot because I have this restriction in my driver license. That's why I
Hmm?
look for a windshield that actually has, yeah, your ocular prescription.
Okay.
And it exists in South Korea, and it was impressive. It was amazing. I want a car like that has this windshield with, and it explains that have a liquid and in the windshield. It's a whole system that
Hmm.
make you a test. Actually, the car have something like I don't know, a system or a method that you have to fill with your prescription, and also they're gonna ask you if you are driving or not, because I mean you can someone else can drive your car, right? So if you are driving, they're gonna
Yeah.
immediately when you turn on the car, they're gonna uh, have this all system on. But if you're not driving, the car is gonna be like as a normal one. So it was very interesting.
Okay, that is perfect.
Yeah. Um,
Who is the
I just
inventor? Who is the
okay.
hello?
Yes, I can hear you now. Oh no, you're free. You, Gali, your internet is not working very well. Isn't right. Gali, I can't hear you.
Now, can you hear
Oh
me?
yes, now I can.
Hello, hello.
Yes, can you hear me, Gali? No, no. Now your microphone is off,
Now.
and I can hear you. Yeah,
Can you listen?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I got the idea, and I
Mhm.
ask you like who is the inventor and in which country, like where?
Okay, I find uh, two countries. One was the United States, and the second one is South Korea. And the inventor is another language that that I don't understand. There are some symbols I don't understand the.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, but nothing like so known, like I don't know, Apple or something like that, Toyota.
yes,
No,
yes.
it's like
It was
who is the
in the
or which is the
application.
company that are behind the scenes, like the development.
Yeah, I was reading, and in the application I see Toyota and Nissan. that have these they're
Okay.
yeah, they're producing this windshield for their cars in South Korea. I mean, in Asia, not here. The cars are not here yet.
Okay, perfect. And do you try to find like if this invention starts in Peru, do you find like a way to a patent in your country?
The way here is that you go to this institution that it's called in the copy. So you have
Mhm.
first to look for if someone else for sure had patents in Peru, and then you start the process is like the easiest part, I guess. Yes, you see if someone else have it or not patents, and you just patent. There's no
Okay.
so complicated here in that way.
Okay. And you find some prices?
Oh no, I didn't find that. Oh, again.
Okay.
Okay,
Tell me
good.
more about the invention. How was the description and how was like the images? How is the
Okay.
design? Let me know.
Okay, the design is
And
not.
maybe you have some questions about it. Because sometimes when you look the patents, you find it in one of the stages. Maybe it's not the result, it's not the final patent. Maybe you get
Mhm.
other ones like
Oh, I cannot hear you very well. Now, can you hear?
Can you
Yeah,
listen my question? No.
not complete.
Hello again. I ask you if okay, I ask you if you find like all the designs and also if you maybe in the document if you find like the state of the art, you know, if maybe it's now provisional, non-provisional, or
Mhm.
they have like the full patent.
Yeah,
What you
for
found?
for the United States, it says that the legal status is active, and for the South Korea, it says that it's IP right grant. And I look for that, and it says that it's you have a limited period of
Mm-hmm.
time that you use it. So they started this process in 2012, and well, they have the priority actually. And then the images are like four layers that it describes how the liquid enters to this windshield, and then it starts putting
Yeah.
like this system of the ophthalmologist that have these letters there to see if you can see well or not, or what do you need, and they're gonna give you they're gonna evaluate your I mean, they're gonna have your ocular prescription, and then they're gonna put the liquid. There's a system that the car has actually. So they're gonna put the liquid there to make you see very well the road and the drivers around you, right? And then they have the
Okay.
they actually have in the description that a lot of people have this problem that they forget the lenses, but some of them use these contact lenses. So the car can identify if you're wearing that contact lenses to not use this system.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's incredible. I was reading and it was this is technology, the technology that I need to drive. Yes.
Great.
Yeah, it also has
Great.
this system for the blue light. So when the other cars
Mhm.
at night, you're not gonna feel that light. So it's so much
Oh,
well.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
And you find some prices maybe on the patent?
That mm, I I couldn't read that part because it was completely in one part was in Korean,
Yeah.
and I was okay. I understand this. I was reading what I was telling you, but
Okay.
I didn't understand a lot the whole document because the
Okay.
other language was in Korean, and I looked for it, and it was a lot more information, but I couldn't. Sorry.
No, no worries. Nothing happens. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing that. I guess that in the next speaking call that we get, we will do it like from 18 minutes, like trying to recover these minutes in the next
Okay.
activity. Nothing happens because if not, I will start to moving with all. But thank you so much for everything. And before you leave, I will please ask you that you fill the survey. Now is on. And yeah, nice that you find the trouble that's looking for. You
Yeah.
found a solution and
Yes.
now you understand how to do it. And also no comments about the vocab.
Hmm.
So everything is
Okay.
perfect.
Thank you,
Bye,
Gabby.
Silvana. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye bye. Enjoy. Lalesca, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Nice. Perfect. So the first thing that we will try to discuss tonight is, do you have some trouble with the vocabulary or everything is fine? Maybe some question or maybe something was confusing.
I think well, everything was self-explanatory. Like their
Yeah.
version in Spanish was kind of similar in meaning in how it's in English. So I don't think there was like I could feel it all. So
Yeah.
I think it was fair. Though I guess there's like things that are too similar to each other that you might get confused.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might get confused when talking about it, but you can see the differences even if they're like in a slight way. You can see still differentiate both terms.
Yes. Okay. So no troubles at all.
No, not troubles with it.
Perfect. And in the second part, what you find, what was the trouble that you want to resolve? And yeah, tell me about the patent that you looked for and what was the solution.
I looked for a cooling couch or yeah, well, I use the words cooling couch because I
Mm-hmm.
remember that maybe 2 weeks ago I was with my brother and he was like, I wish, because it's really hot right now here in Peru, and he was like, I wish that my couch could cool as well, not only warm but cool. And he was like, I could invent that. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that someone already invented that. I'm pretty sure there is someone that already thought of that idea. And yesterday when we were talking about patents and things like that, even pending patents, I went to Google patents, as you said, and I put towards cooling couch, and I found one that it's really old. I think it was from the 90s, like
Mm-hmm.
1997. Like from that time you already have someone that uh has thought about cooling couch, or at least cooling material. It said self-cooling, so they put a very simple drawing on it. Like it was just one picture, and it kind of explained how it worked, like how the air will flow, how everything was going to be cool, and you can apply that to couches, um to bedrooms, to different things that you can use a cooling couch for. Well, a cooling like cushion. It also said something interesting because in its protection it says expired, but then it says lifetime. So I don't know if it's
Mm-hmm.
expired or it's for a lifetime, because it's really old. Like it's 97, 94, things like that. So maybe they reached the point where it was, because I saw that it was renewed a lot of times. Like they renew the protection of it, maybe 3 or 4 times. So maybe after those 4 times, they already like looked for a lifetime protection. I guess because it's at
I guess.
lifetime. will make
Yeah.
more sense. Like if you're protecting, if you're renewing the pattern like so many times, it will better to stick for a lifetime one. So I looked
Yes.
for that, and I also looked for um self-driving cars
Mm-hmm.
because I used to watch a series that which was about like this kind of things like developing AI for cars to recognize people, recognize streets, recognize whatever, and put them into cars that can self-drive. So I look for that, and I found things in the USA, but I also found them in Korea because I was
Okay.
specifically looking for things in Korea because the series I was watching was in Korea. So
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for like to see which developments they were doing because I kind of got the lingo of how it was like artificial intelligence and whatnot based on this series. Like only watching this series, I kind of got the idea, and it was really interesting. It is really interesting. Yeah, but I saw kind of the same thing that there was like if you look for something, you can find two, like at least two people that have kind of the same idea, but you see this slight difference in the description. Is this description that is very important?
Mm-hmm.
It's very detailed of what it's going like what that thing do and its properties and specifically like if it's like the cooling couch, it has like this works this way, it has this layer and this layer and this layer. It was really specific about the product. I guess you need to be as specific as you can be because even the slightest change can like I don't know, you describe something with 3 layers, but you actually are giving something with 4 layers. So your 4 layers doesn't have protection because what you set protection for had 3 layers. So I guess they want to be like the most accurate possible to the product, but they all come with descriptions, like with a drawing. It's a very easy sketch. It's not even very like artistic and whatnot. It's just like drawing with pen or pencil. It's pretty basic, but it's well described. As I saw, there's a lot of terms that are more related to what they are. For example, in the AI, there's a lot of terms that I kind of understand because they are kind of similar in English, in Spanish, sorry. But there's a lot of things that are kind of hard because I am not an engineer, so I don't
Yeah.
understand the concept. Okay, I don't understand. But I guess that if I were someone that was trying to do something similar, I could go in those Google patterns and see that they're kind of I kind of understand what they are saying. Not completely, but if I was an engineer working on AI, for example, and I wanted to patent something I created, I can see if someone else has something similar or if what I did has been already done. So I guess that's the key or the important part is the description. Like what I focus more was in the description because some have a longer description and other ones have like more of a summary, some kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can download the PDF and download the whole file, but
Yeah.
um, but those things are a little bit more complex. Like the AI thing, have like a longer summary with a lot of terms that I barely understood. But the cooling couch
Okay.
was really simple.
Okay. I want to know more about do you think that in which was US and the other one were Korea?
Korea. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that they or you find do you think that the information that you can get from the state of the art is complete in one of them? Or do you think that they need to be more specific in that part? Did you find? Because when you talk about the PDF, I guess that are you talking about the part that talk about the state of the art? But I
Uh,
want to be sure. Like you can
I
find like the whole history about the product there, or maybe it's incomplete.
yeah, like I can look at it because I didn't download the whole PDF because I didn't thought it was necessary to do so.
No,
I
no, no, no,
looked
no.
specifically to the description. And what I was talking about, the art itself, or the sketch they do, is just like yesterday, that they, like, if they were talking about a human, they draw a human and how parts will
Mhm.
go on each other. Like, that's the same. I don't know if that's the same for everybody, but I got the summary on my left, and on my right I got like a picture, a big picture, so I can see, like, they describe each layer of the cooling couch. They describe, like, with arrows and with little keywords, so you kind of picture the product. You kind of see what the product is like without getting too deep,
Mhm.
like downloading the PDF or anything.
Okay, okay. Generally, as I discovered in this part, it's important that we check when we have a real client. It's important that we check how is the state of the art, and then we can understand where, in which places, and where, how we will attach that product, right? Because the document that we need to create, need to show that you do all the study. For that reason, I am asking you if maybe you saw it, because one time that I found like all the information, I can sustain why my product is different, and I can show them the difference, right? But if you didn't found it, or you didn't look at it, it's not necessary. It's just something for keeping our minds. And actually, I want to know if it was a mechanical part, like will like be inside of the car, about the second invention that you get or that you found.
I, as far as I understood, it was a program, but implemented in a vehicle itself. It was kind of a weird thing of a car
Mm-hmm.
and something attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I got from the drawing. That's kind of what I
Yeah.
got from looking at the drawing. And I saw another project. Like, I didn't only look for Google patents, but I searched on Google, on YouTube, and I saw that
Yeah.
that's kind of the direction that people are going, like with the same design. Like, people are going for that design. So I think the main thing that they are kind of making a pattern of, it's the design, but also kind of attaching how the program will work with it. It was kind of strange because they all go for the same design. So I wonder if what they're patenting is the design of the car, which I don't think so. It was kind of confusing, but it was,
Yeah.
as I understood, it was the program itself plus how it's implemented in a vehicle, as I thought.
Okay. Okay, that is all right. So I will put it in chat because was from US. So you can go to PCT, and then you will come. Yes, no, it's not now, just as an information when you need it, maybe when you belong to a really huge company and you need to create or do one of these studies. When it's from US, you can find it in PCT, that they talk about trademarks and etc. And it's not a huge database, but maybe it's connected sometimes depending of the product. It's just US, and in other cases you can find like international products, because the client asks for international protection, but you will find it there. Okay. Okay, so that is so right. Thank you so much for your time and for read about it and found it. I'm so glad that you didn't have troubles with the vocabulary. I know you. No way that no way that that can happen. And I will see you tomorrow to continue with your lesson. Before you go, I will just ask you that you fill it. The
Yeah.
survey.
Okay, I sent it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, how are you? I was waiting for you. Hello, hello. Oh my God, I loved your necklace. I cannot listen at you. No, I loved your necklace.
Thank you.
I really love it.
Thank you so
I am
much.
I am a little bit blind, but I can see it. I like it. Oh, you are with I so produced it, like with makeup on it, and oh my God, you look beautiful today.
Thank you.
Did you have a meeting?
Yes.
I can see
And
it, girl.
I was like, I need to produce myself right now. So
Nice. Okay. It's so useful that you start with your life again after Corona.
yes.
Perfect. You look awesome. So I want to know if you maybe feel all the vocabulary activity.
Yes. Give me
How
one sec.
was? No, no worries. I want just to know if you have maybe some troubles or one part was confusing for you. Maybe you want to ask something. And if not, if you don't have any trouble, we can continue with the second part.
Maybe. Mm, I was watching one. Let me no, like none of them. I thought that there may be one, but no.
Okay, perfect. Now we will keep moving to the second part and
Okay.
was do you find difficult find your idea on Google Patents and what you found? Tell me about what is the trouble that you want to resolve and who are working on it.
I was looking for a battery, like a cell phone battery that can last like a week or something like that. And there are some plans about it in Samsung and Huawei. I'm working on them.
Okay.
Apple doesn't appear in the list, so that was
Okay.
fun. And I was looking, you told us that we have to look like how I do that in my country, right?
Yeah.
The patents in my country and all that stuff. And it's really hard. I never thought. It's like 2 years of process or something like that. I was in
Okay.
shock because I mean this is a little thing that is like really common, a cellular battery, but it's like impossible kind of do that because they do a lot of tests and a lot of stuff. So for me it was like, okay, that's kind of hard. And all the things that are happening in Samsung and Huawei for what I was searching, uh, they are really in advance. Like they're having a really good prototype, I think, in the Samsung way.
Yeah.
And Huawei and Samsung is having like, Huawei is like in 50% of the prototype. So I like, they are ahead of me.
Okay. Do you have opportunity to check how is the state of the art? Like before Samsung start to work on it, maybe you can find like in some databases because you check that in Google, you can find like the resume, but also you can find like the state of the art, and then you have like the ages or the years, and then you find some information. Do you find something in your idea or not really?
It's kind of plain in that way because they say they're working on the inside of the battery and the
Yeah.
compounds, but not, I don't know if I get your question, but not precisely in the art. It's just the same,
Okay.
the same, and the thing that they said is like they want to make it a little bit little,
Yeah. Like as
so they can
smaller as they
concentrate.
can.
Yes, like they can concentrate the power, something like that. It was a lot of science on there, so
Yeah.
I didn't get that. But it's the same. So I saw a PDF, a PDF,
Yeah.
and it was like some drawings
Yeah. How was the
on.
drawing? Like simple or maybe some complex? Because one of them um have like you can find like all the information with arrows, like with some keywords, or was easy to understand it or not at all?
Not at all. It was
Okay.
like we have the square one, and it
Yeah.
was like a square, and they tell you this is the part when this this part of chemical stuff goes, and this chemical, it was like a little bit a lot, because they were
Mhm.
having like ideas of what kind of chemicals they can use to make it work better. So it was like, okay, that's kind of rough, and for me was not easy to get it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, no worries at all. That is the plan. Because you need to discover what you can do by yourself and in which cases do you need somebody else, right, for explain it.
Yes.
These kind of things is always like on a teamwork, so no worries at all. Then what other?
In fact, I saw chemical engineers, industrial engineers, um, mathematicians, and another, I don't know how to say it in English.
What?
Este, ingenieros que son como como en ingeniería eléctrica y
Electronic,
mecánica, algo así,
mechanical,
súper,
mechanical,
súper.
industrial. No, no worries. Okay, perfect. Other thing that you found interesting?
Um, they have, I don't know, I saw this like a detail. I don't know, maybe I'm a little too picky. They
Mm-hmm.
were like, I mean, Samsung did that, so like 6 months later, Huawei attacks and all those, and they were like
Okay.
climbing up
With the
together.
standard, yeah, like with the standard so high, right? Because as I told you yesterday night, the one that catch it first, the one that can do it like perfect, they will have the rights on it, and the other one will. I don't want to say like lose the effort because maybe you can use all the design or all the development for other product,
Yes,
but they are. This is so competitive. That happens too much. I saw it like in on news a couple of months ago with Samsung and Apple, which when they start like all this creative process for illustrators that they need like a tab for
yes,
was a huge competition for who want to create it, who will make the best design and that make it work as perfect as they can and so fast. I read it that like a couple of months or years. I
yes.
cannot
And
remember.
I saw a lot of the vocabulary words that we learned,
Yeah.
and it was the first one, like it was in this huge size. It was trade secret,
Okay.
all trade secret. If there are no in like letter hundreds, I don't know. And in fact, I think that in the Samsung one, they explain the term of cyber squatting,
Mhm. Yeah.
and they put that all the things that happen in there is trademark, so don't steal it. And I was like, okay, we got it.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it.
Yes. That is so important. Like most that obviously is important when you need to get an structure and you need to find like something so technical that makes difference between because all the terms are so similar, like in
Yes,
general are similar, but then you need to have a structure. Oh no, 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 this is this or is related with this or this is general, this is more specific. So it's you have like all this information on mind or in one place that you can go and find it. But when you read it and when you do this activity to try to find something that belongs to you and your idea, for sure that you will never forget it.
Yes.
So that is the plan. That was perfect. And yeah, so I found like really nice ideas. I want that we discuss a little bit of this tomorrow, like in
Of
10
course.
minutes. And yeah, it's like one of these elements will be created soon.
Yes.
I'm listen about one university products in one university of Australia, and they create a battery, but works and works perfect. Now it's a product, works with solar energy. It's like a panel. So I guess that with time, with a lot of elements that helps, every time will be start to be cheaper to connect to all these panels to your house and to your car, and we'll start to move to this green energy. And you don't have any idea how lives can change, and maybe one of these designs becomes or belongs to one university or one institution or scientific process in your country. So it's always useful keep in mind who can help me with this, if maybe it's not my area, if we are working on human rights or etc. But also inform ourselves about how maybe if I am not giving them the consulting, maybe I can invest, or I can,
Yeah.
like, it's not just about make the consulting for them. It's always to try to find the information that you get from different points of view and how you can find it like interesting, and how you can maybe get an advantage from the information that you get. So that was
True.
the plan. Do you find easy to search or do the research on this platform, or do you think that is not so
At first, I was kind of
easy?
lost,
Okay.
but I went to the normal Google and I was like, how I use patents. Sorry,
Yeah.
and they left me like a list of the know-how, and I was like, okay, first and that, and there's a lot of, I don't know, keys and other stuff, so I'm learning.
Okay, then you can do the research more specific for countries, for years, for everything, depending from where comes your client and what they need.
Yes.
Then you will start to do it. Okay, so until now we can close. Like we do it so fast, but it's because of the course. But we can say that information that you get until now, it's perfect for close this private station and talk about this intellectual property law. So do you think that is done?
I
Like
think
for
so.
you is clear? I want to know that. And if don't, no worries. You can make any question that you can. Maybe one little explanation, maybe something
I
blurry.
I think that maybe in a general basis we know what they mean,
Yeah.
but we don't know what are their names, like, I don't know, trademark, or the thing that copyright is for only in the United States, and the art is for worldwide stuff and all that. It's like we know the stuff, but we need to put it into place to be
Mhm.
really learning about that. So I'm really happy with that.
Okay, yeah, and it's quite hard. For that reason, I found like this activity like so old school, but will help because are similar terms and you can get confused. But
Yeah,
also, if you put like if you read it so good, and even if you use a translator, you will find that it's so easy make a difference between them.
totally.
And yeah, and you can talk with confidence the day that you can, for example, win a client. You will have a lot of topics on your mind. It will be easier if you are speaking like in a meeting, like, yes, we will help you. My law firm will help you with your trademarks, with all the composition of secrets. We will create like all the proposal for create the patent. We will be so different. Maybe one day you need it, maybe don't. Maybe you can give to advice to one colleague.
Totally.
Who knows? Okay, so happy for that you found it
So
interesting. That That was so boring. And before you go, you feel it already. The survey to do it.
Already?
Okay.
Yep.
So thank you so much for your time, and I will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Gali. Bye.
Yeah, okay, bye bye. Vanessa, hello. How are you?
Hello, teacher. Good evening. Everything's okay. And you?
Fine. Everything is so good. Thank you so much for asking.
I'm glad for that.
So, tell me, how was the process with the vocabulary activity? Did you find something difficult, maybe something interesting, something that you want to share, or maybe something that makes you feel like confusion about, and we can talk about it?
Everything was clear because I was looking for the meaning on internet. Sometimes
Yeah.
I find a meaning of something that is really limited for
Yeah.
something like this, and not in a lawyer context. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to looking for another meaning, maybe a little more legal meaning. So I think that was the only problem that I had. And after that, I think I understood everything.
Perfect. So no troubles at all. Do you
Yeah.
find it like useful?
I think yes, I didn't memorize everything, but I
No, no,
think
no.
I need to.
It's not the plan, because then when you memorize the things and you get under one situation of stress, you are lost.
Exactly.
Yes. So
So
no,
I
no, no.
think it's
That is not the plan.
necessary. Yeah, I think for trying to remember everything, I had to start to use this in
Hmm.
in any opportunity that I had. So I have to try to use it, and then I think it's going to be better for understand everything. And well, I have to work in that and start to practice. I think that's the better way.
Yes. Okay. How was the experience with the platform? Did you start to use Google Patents? Maybe do you find like PCT patents, or do you find like other way to look for the information? And what was the product that did you choose?
Well, I visited first of all a page that is from Bolivia when we can
Okay.
see all the pages that are made in Bolivia. So I think it
Mhm.
was really interesting because I didn't knew a lot of things, just like well, I think in Bolivia, not many people make this. So for me, it was kind of interesting. And after all, well, I started to watch another pages. I don't know. I don't remember the name, by the way, because I do this in the morning because I was busy in the afternoon. But
Yeah.
well, it was lots of. I'm so sorry for the dogs. My neighborhoods are a little bit.
No worries at all. No worries. Nothing happens.
And well, I think it's kind of interesting. There were a lot of things that are really crazy, and well, I was wondering because there is well a world, a completely world of new technology that is developing lots of things. So one thing that I am not pretty sure if this person have already the patent, but yes, I was wondering. The little chip that I can remember the name. This is a billionaire person. I can remember, but they want
Yeah.
to introduce a little chip in your brain so you can use your as your cell phone, but in your mind. So that was really crazy. For me, it was completely crazy, and there were a lot another when you can use kind of imagine kind of a smartphone, but in your eyes using some glasses where it was crazy. There is a whole completely world in technology, and some of that well products are really scary because they are pretending to modify humans because it's necessary, by the way, to have the capacity to access to a lot of information, and that's why they want to introduce that kind of chip in your brain. It not in your brain because in your under your skin, but they are going
Uh-huh.
to connect with your brain with kind of electromagnetic vibes or something like this. But it was kind of crazy. I think we're
Okay.
going to be gaming machines in one point, so
Yeah.
it's hard to understand.
And it's like also so interesting to find that in the way that we are looking for becomes like best lawyers or whatever that are you putting your interest on it, someone in what part of the world are trying to develop something that you never imagined this, or you saw it in movies but it's just fiction and you don't think that can becomes real, right? So I guess that that is the point where it starts to be so interesting. Where did you find that the people are working on it? In which country?
I think it was a United States. I'm really sure
Okay.
about it. And but I think they are not the only one. I think
Okay.
could be another countries where are developing this kind of technology, and it was amazing and scary also because you don't have to, for example, to watch a movie. You can watch it in your mind. So using that chip because it's just like a cell phone, but in your under your skin. Well, it was amazing. But I found another one who makes me surprised because I think it can be really useful, especially
Mm-hmm.
for law. And it's a kind of platform or maybe an application when where you can put in all the information about a face. So you
Mm-hmm.
can describe how a face is, what is the color, the sizes of the eye, the form, the head, the color, and the application is going to be kind of retract of this
Yeah.
person. For me, it was kind of amazing. Well, because
Okay. I just have something for correcting your sentence that is like retract.
okay,
You can say also, and will be sounds better, create a portrait.
a portrait, yes,
Okay, and then
exactly.
we are following the conversation. Um, and Vanessa, do you find like the state of the art of that article, like from I don't know which year they start to try to develop this technology?
I
Was easy
think
find that information or not really?
it wasn't too easy to find this information. It was really general. I think it was a kind of so undefined information. They don't have
Yeah,
to say a lot of details
or
because
empty.
I think they are working in this. So I think for that reason they don't
Hmm.
want to give us much information. But I think it was
Okay.
really important because this application load the necessary data in a database so they can compile all the possibilities features and
Hmm.
well the variations such as the skin color size and shape of the face, and you can make a portrait about people who could be an I don't know a criminal, something like
Yeah.
this, especially those that are involved in violent crimes. So if we only have one person who has watched him, so we can describe this and use this for help police especially to find the criminal.
Criminals.
Exactly. So I think
Hmm.
this could be really useful. I was amazing because well, before you had to find a really good artist who can retract, who can draw everything a detail. So
Hmm.
it was a work hard because you have to, well, you have to make the victim talk with the maybe the artist and start to draw in and make kind of explanation, and maybe could be a little bit traumatic for the victim because he or she have to remember everything, and this is not also the good way for the victim because they are already stressed for everything. But in this case you don't have to call other a second time the victim, because you have the description that the victim already did. You just have to put in the application, and you're going to have a result, and you have the picture, and you can try to find the criminal with this. So for me, it was really useful.
Yeah, but it's also a trouble because you know that I was working on it when I stay in Colombia, and the trouble is like it's always so general, and it's really hard to connect the perception, like all the subjective part with the objective for create a result, and especially when you are not the one that are drawing, because I can say like big eyes, but maybe my perception can be different. So I guess that this part can be the difficult part in this invention, like to try to find the parameters for sizes and designs or ways or forms or colors. So this
Exactly.
can be
Well,
quite hard.
exactly. As much as I read the article, they have
Mhm.
another way to make a specific portrait. For example, well, I think in this case they are going to need the victim or something like this to
Mhm.
recognize. So they are going to give you a result. So in base of that, you can change everything because they don't have just the big eyes as a unique example, because they have the ability, the application, they have the ability to redraw some specific details of the face. So I think it was kind of well, the note says that it was a complete revolution because the work of an artist could be done by a system. So it was
Mhm.
amazing for me. I don't know, I don't even know how they do this because I don't know anything about systems or how to I don't
Yeah,
know, to design
recreate.
an application
Yeah.
exactly. So, but I think this could be really interesting also.
Okay, perfect. Do you found the drawings about the patent?
No, I think well, they say that everything it was a system. I didn't know anything about the drawings.
Okay, because sometimes you can find the draws.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. Something more that you want to add? Do you think that is already just listen then like the questions that I did before, right? Do you think that is done, that is clear, or that maybe we need like to identify or explain all these vocabulary, or maybe do you think that is necessary other activity for enforce this knowledge, or do you think that is done?
It's done, but as everything, for memorize something, for use something as natural as possible, is necessary practicing. So I
Yeah,
think it depends of each one because
yeah.
well, we have to try to learn more in the course. So it's
Okay,
it's kind of well, we have to practice. I think that's the only yeah, the only
way
solution.
to do it. Yes, perfect. Okay, Vanessa. So thank you so much for your time. Before you leave, I will ask you, as always, that you feel. You do it already, right?
I already do it, yes.
Yeah. So I hope that you found it interesting, and if you want, like, to continue doing it, or like to looking for the information, will be fine. And also, just because I am curious, I want to listen. If maybe to find the time to listen to TEDx talk that I send it to the group, or maybe you will try to make a time like later.
I wanna listen that, but I was a little bit busy during the day.
Yeah.
But I'm going to listen that. I think it was all the TEDx speakers are really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to watch the
Yeah.
movie and also the TEDx.
Okay. Yeah, just if you want. It's like not I don't want like, do you have to do it? It's your homework. No. It's just if you maybe can make time, or you find maybe that you're cooking or doing other thing and you can listen. I guess
Exactly.
that it's so important, so valuable information that we need to take for
Yes.
us. It's like important. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time and enjoy your night.
Thank you, Kali. See
Bye
you.
bye. See you.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hello, Gabriela. How are you?
Hi, Annie. How are you?
How is everything going? How is your work?
Everything okay this week?
Everything okay? Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so the first thing that we will do tonight is to review or overview if you maybe discovered some new words or you are already
Yeah.
done with all this topic in the vocabulary activity. Do you find something difficult? Do you have maybe some questions that you want to do right now? Or everything is perfect
I
and you
have a
understand?
question. What is the number? For example, two symbols, a letter
Yeah?
C and a
And
letter R. So
yes?
I don't know that exactly meaning. How do you say it without all the explain?
No, it's just a mark.
A mark,
So,
mark
yeah.
C and mark R.
Yes. It's just even when you want to try to find it on Google, you just copy and paste the symbol, but it's like worldwide symbol that identifies the copyright or the register. It's just
A
you
symbol.
put it, yeah, just a symbol.
Yeah,
You put it
and the other.
like copyright symbol and Google, and you will
Ah,
find it. Mhm.
I
It's a
understand.
worldwide symbol.
Um,
Everything that you want to check online, like for a product, you will find that maybe not in the branding. For example, as Samsung, they didn't have it in the logo because that can affect the branding. But then if you check, for example, the box where comes the cell phone, you will find these marks around always because it belongs to the company that create the register on it.
That's okay. And the other is not like it sees, for example, if for example in what's number 8, two
Let me
works
see.
service mark, but twice. I don't know if
Yes.
it's a twice because no more words. It repeat twice the
Yeah.
same word in the same paragraph.
See, repeat.
That's okay. See,
See, you just
maybe
need to identify which one is. Yeah, I guess it is the seventh one, and it's not something tricky on it. It's just you find it, you identify who works better in that space, and you put it twice, but it's repeated. And this one and another one, so no worries at all.
okay. For example, a trademark maybe I can do with the symbol. O sea, I I don't know how to explain that. A trademark is like the symbol of a letter of a copyright from the letter C. Is the symbol
A trademark.
I can say a trademark
Mm,
or not exactly.
not really. The trade because these little symbols that we talk are giving us an idea that we have a register about the brand. But when we talk about the trademarks, we are talking about branding. So, for example, Apple, one of the trademarks, one of the symbols of Apple is here. I need to open it. Is this
The apple.
the apple? This is a symbol. This is a trademark, right? But also some designs, the structure of the phone, the bottom, everything that you want to associate with the branding, todo lo que tú asocies con la marca a nivel comercial, a nivel intelectual, a nivel de sonido, a nivel de diseño, de gráficas, eso es trademark. Bien, todo lo que viene detrás de la creación de la marca. Que yo les daba el ejemplo, por ejemplo, yo les daba el ejemplo de McDonald's. McDonald's, el nombre de McDonald's in some countries is arcos dorados, right? So that belongs to all these all these documents and law documents that you need to present for have your company. But that is not the branding, right? The branding is the logo that we can see, is the
Yeah, and
design, the
you say
colors.
it's a letter M, no
Yes,
two arcos.
yes, but
Yeah, or
yeah,
maybe
but
the clown.
Yeah, we made the association in our minds with that M and with the clowns and with all the colors like red and yellow. That is branding. That is what, as the way that they show the commercial brand. We didn't care at all if maybe the name is other one, as I told you, because we are not related with that. They didn't put it in publicity, right? So that is so important.
Yes.
Um, Something more that you have some question?
No, I think no.
Okay, is everything done? Perfect. So important that you um, found it useful, whatever that you needed, whenever that you need it, and that you can take advantage for all that information. Moving to the next step, we want to talk, or I want to talk about which problem do you want to solve, why, and how do you find the information on Google Patents?
Oh my God. I think too much is not exactly a problem, but maybe a facility. Because in the morning, I have a question for you because I don't know is maybe I think because uh, uh maybe a few months ago
Mhm.
I found like it's like brush
Okay.
cepillo.
¿De dientes?
Cepillo.
Toothbrush. Toothbrush.
Sí.
Yes,
Toothbrush.
tooth como de dientes y
Yeah,
brush
yeah.
de cepillo.
Like I don't know how to explain. Como que the brush have a, something like that. We have a colgate, have a colgate. It's always connect, and I like
Toothpaste.
toothpaste.
Toothpaste. Mhm.
Toothpaste. It's connect. Uh, I like that because you have a problem. If you put a button, it connect with the toothpaste with the toothbrush. but
Okay.
I don't found that
In the patent.
in the pattern. So I start to thinking other problems I have.
Mhm.
Maybe when I was work or maybe
At
went
work. At work.
at work or went to a party,
Uh-huh.
I have a problem with the high heels.
Yes.
So I start to search maybe a shoe to the flat is compared to the high heels. So when you have tired with the high heels, you can change. So I found this in China. It's the country that this is that have the patent.
Yes.
And I found two, maybe a high heels or a tennis. No, I found a
Mhm.
tennis who you can change the design of the
Yeah.
tennis. Have a Bluetooth connection, and
Yeah.
with your phone, you can choose your design for co- have a match with your outfit. So
Perfect.
yes, I think China. Many I read in the past. I don't know exactly where China is 100 more technological than Latin America countries.
Okay. Thank
So
you. Thank you for
it's so sad.
put my energy so down.
This,
Yes, they have a lot of things also, but we have other advantage that sometimes we release or we didn't keep in mind so frequently, right? So no worries. I also read that they have like the suicidal cases, um, like really high, all these Asian countries, because they are always looking for the perfect results, and when they didn't get the excellence that they are trying to looking for or to find, they start to getting crazy.
yeah.
So that is
A part of that, their product is not a good quality. So, so yeah. So the pattern, exactly the pattern I would like more is high heels.
Yeah.
When you are tired, it's flat. When you want is for compared to the high heels. I have como que accessories, and you have como que many colors accessories, and
Okay.
you have many colors of the high heels. I like to
And you
make.
can change it. You can change it by Bluetooth.
Yes, I can change for I can combine two colors, or change all the color of the high heels.
Okay, that is really nice.
I think it's a
And
problem that a lot of women have passed in your life. So.
okay, yes, I know. I hate it. You look so good, but I hate it because it's so uncomfortable.
Yes.
Okay, and what do you find about the patents? How is the description? How is the state of the art? And how are maybe the drawings? How do you find?
Mm, eh, I I travel because all is in Chinese.
Yes, it's so good that you use Google Translator anyway when you cannot understand what they are trying to say.
Yeah,
I am agree with that, no worries. So, what did you found?
what exactly I found?
You found like drawings.
Yes, but I didn't understand too much. It's so because drawing I don't. Yes, I found that I didn't understand the drawings. I understand more when I read.
Okay, but
Um,
it was easy for you find the drawings.
yes, it's in the for it's common. It's have a lot of little parts in the part of the hill.
Yeah.
So because it's not you is como que mechanical, it's more automatically. The
Okay.
so we that have a lot of little parts.
Uh-huh.
And that it's all it's simple but very useful.
Okay. And do you saw the state of the patent?
It's only say Chinese, China.
Yeah, no, but not the state. I'm talking about the country
Ah,
because it's, no, the state. It's como el estado, like it's active, maybe
yes,
expired.
it's active.
Okay.
I found the company, and I see the video, all of that. It's
Okay.
something that is exists now.
Okay. But just there, we
Yeah,
didn't
yes, there
sell it.
because maybe I try to in United States, but not only in Asia.
You find them, or maybe you found you're looking for to do some research about the prices of the patent, how much cost to do that.
Well, I can now. No, because it's como que Jenny's like I don't know what exactly. The I stay in the page but doesn't appear.
Okay. What other important information did you find?
Well, in mentioned the problem have for in the beginning when it's only when they only have a como like a model.
Yeah.
They have
Prototype.
prototype
Prototype.
prototype.
Mhm.
They have a problem with the bottom
Mhm.
that got you that compared to the flat, the high heel. So many people regret about that, don't like that. With they start to do that in 2017.
Okay.
So for 2019 or no 2018, they can solve that and everything okay. And now it's so popular in China, equal that like that tennis, because if you have one but you can have a part of that, can find more of that. So
Okay, right. That's really cool. But that is kind of confusing for me because, of course, you saw it. So I am trying to create the image in my mind. So it's like you can modify the structure of the tube, like the whole structure by
no,
electronical stuff.
yes,
Because
the
the color, I get it, but then also the structure, because you talked me about the high heel, so like automatically they change, right? I
yes,
understand that.
yes, but only okay, la parte de atrás, como que solamente es lo que can modify that. I have I can
Okay,
hear that photos,
okay.
but I can't go.
Yes, you can share a screen. Yes, you can share a screen. You can.
No,
I guess
it's
that you
only
can do it from Zoom.
the host can.
The
Yes.
host. Mm, okay, so you can. I don't know. Show me another way. Maybe take a picture and show the phone.
Yeah.
And what's so interesting? We need that for our lives.
It's like
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I saw. I guess that I saw it in these TV shows when they try to sell products. I think that I saw it, but it's like not so electronical. You can change it by manual, and you
yeah,
change the
manual.
high heel.
Yes, I
Ah,
see
yeah.
manual, but this is electronic count.
Oh, okay, that is great. That is nice. And I didn't know that you can change the color also. That is so interesting because maybe you cannot uh,
You
find more. You just get one and then you change. That's it. And if it's
yeah,
comfortable, I guess that is the most important thing.
but
Okay, Gabriela, thank you so much for discovering it. What do you want to say?
I know you can change them in every moment you want. Like,
Yeah, it's so useful. Okay, so thank you so much for your time, for find time. I know that you're working so hard, so thank you so for find time. And before you leave, I would please ask you that you fill the survey.
yes, I did
You
when
do
I
it?
entered. Yes,
Okay,
I did.
perfect. So we
Thank
are
you.
done. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy
Bye.
and sleep well.
Okay. Until
Okay, bye
tomorrow.
bye.
Bye.
Okay, see you. Daisy, hello, how are you?
Hi,
How is everything going?
I'm fine.
Okay, nice. Tell me, do you have time to fill out the activity, the vocabulary activity?
The vocabulary, no, because I had to go with my grandmother and the mother of my grandmother, and I just came to four, so four or five, and I just have 1 hour to look the about the Google patterns. So I just looking
Yeah.
the Google patterns.
Okay, perfect. So promise that you will try to find the
Yes, I
time
will do it.
to fill it, and then you can make like differences, especially because I want that in our next session you tell me if you have some troubles understanding all these meanings, and I will explain it to you in Spanish if you need it. Okay, I do this just for overseas, that you get everything clear, that you are not having troubles, because I know that you didn't see all these topics and aspects and maybe can be confusing for you. So no worries that I am here. So we will put that activity for the next time that I see you, and then you will like come with questions and with something that you didn't know and understand. Okay?
I will do it later when I
Okay,
then.
perfect. So we will discuss and we will talk about the Google patterns that you found, when you found why it was interesting for you, and yeah, everything. I am ready for listening to you.
Well, I was wondering about an invention about glasses, but
Yeah,
glasses with zoom. I mean, if you need or you don't need glasses, you can wear them. And I mean, if you are in this in this space and you are using these glasses, you can do zoom to the glasses and you can see where is so far to you.
yeah,
And when you want to see something that is close to you, without the zoom. But I found, I mean, I was wondering about that, but when I do the research in the Google Patterns, I found something more interesting.
yeah.
I found about a glasses that can correct the vision of people with myopia or um,
Vision
another
issues.
problem issues visual
Mm-hmm.
problem of visions. So
Yeah.
I found about it, and I found a document about this project in China in the year of 2015, and the name of the inventor is so I can pronounce it because it's in Chinese.
Okay.
But yes, he's a man, and he proposed to do a glasses with lens 3D. I mean, if
Okay.
these glasses not just can permit to see the things good with normal glasses, um, instead these glasses can correct your vision, and maybe a surgery won't be necessary because the glasses will do the work of the surgery. I
Okay,
mean,
I just sorry that I stopped you. I just see something, or I just listen something that I can correct it, and it's allows. It's no, como no permit, no, allows.
allow. Okay.
Okay, and
Mhm.
then everything. Continue.
So, uh, so you can correct your vision. I mean, correct the myopia without a
Mm-hmm.
surgery. You can do it with the glasses, and if you want to be a movie 3D in the cinema or at home, you can do it, but you will use two pair of glasses. The glasses that you will use daily. I mean, the glasses that will correct your vision, and the special glasses to see the movie. But this is like something strange because you will use sunglasses, but the first is to correct your vision. So in the art, the state of the art, I found document, but this is about United States, and the name, I
States,
mean, the the
United States.
United States,
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
and the name of the inventor are three men, but the name is weird too, are weird because the name I like Asian names,
Yeah.
Turkey names, but they live in United States, like
Okay.
Shavata, something like that.
Okay. No worries. It's not necessary. So,
And
what do you found in the state of the art of this article?
yes, this man do before 2015 create a project about the glasses that can allow to see better like normal glasses, but for people who has issues to, I mean, to strength to grave a several problem of vision.
Okay.
um uh, I mean, I'm talking about people who even they use glasses they can see because they have
Are so blind.
a high level of number of the issue.
Yeah.
So these glasses
They are
from,
blind. Esa es una
yes,
palabra nueva para que la
blind.
aprendas. Blind. Ciegos.
I know the word.
I know because I am blind.
So these people even using glasses can see, but these glasses allow these people to see uh,
Mhm.
a little more with the normal glasses, and will use lens so we're made with another type of element of the periodic table with
Mhm.
another element, so they they wanted to experiment with this project, and the drawings, I saw the drawings and was like I don't understand the drawings, so weird the drawings, but this was the state of the art in the United States.
Yeah.
This man was trying to create this, and I found about Central America, my country, El Salvador, Honduras,
How
Nicaragua,
do
but
you find?
no, I
Perfect.
didn't find about.
No, no, no. But do you maybe do some research that how is this process in your country? Me refiero, esto lo podemos hablar en español por un segundito. ¿Entiendes más o menos cómo se maneja este proceso en términos generales en tu país?
About patents.
About patents. Do you understand like how is the process in your country? Maybe you do some research, like which office are the one that you can do these kind of things.
Is the name is there is the same office with you can patent a company, but I mean, es una misma oficina, es una misma compañía o lugar, pero con diferentes apartados, como en de esta parte especialmente para compañías, esta para literatura, esta para fórmulas y así. So the name is Registro Nacional, and you can patent a company, letters, so many things.
Okay.
But the process, I don't know very well the process. I just know that
Okay.
you go, you pay a lawyer, you pay for years. If you want to pay, I don't know, 5 years, you pay these 5 years, but later of these after of these 5 years you have to pay again, because if you don't pay, another person can take this project and patent
Mhm.
like you, and you avoid or you lose your rights.
Okay.
So I
But you
know that.
understand everything that I explained it yesterday. Do you understand it? Right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
perfect. Everything is clear.
Mhm.
Okay, nice. What other thing did you find interesting in this product that you choose? What other
um
aspect?
Yes, it was so interesting for me that I can found information about projects, similar projects in Central America, because I have never heard about lenses that correct your vision, because I thought that your surgery can. can can be a solution for that. But now I know that you can use glasses, and it's like, um, I don't know. I thought a surgery can hurt you if
Yeah.
if you have some
Like,
accident in the surgery.
yeah.
But
Yes.
lenses don't have a problem and dangerous. I don't know. I don't see disadvantage for glasses.
I know, and that's why I take the decision to don't make a surgery, because if the things go wrong, you are done. You cannot do nothing. Maybe you can do other kind of surgeries, but you know that the laser is so specific in the point, and then it's a human that are doing this procedure, so mistakes can happen. So I prefer use my lenses, because if I do this, I see so blurry. I cannot see very well. Do you can see very well? Can you see very well? Or do you
Yes.
use lenses?
No, I'm not too blind. I'm just solo uso lentes because porque tengo, perdón, porque tengo ¿cómo se llama? Ay, se me olvidó el nombre de lo que tengo, pero es que me lloran los ojos mucho, 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 mucho más de lo
Okay.
normal. Estoy leyendo, viendo algo, el polvo me hace llorar, entonces, no sé cómo se llama, deshidratación crónica, eso se llama. Entonces,
Okay.
uso gotas.
Deshydratation.
Yeah.
I guess that can be
My
something
mom,
like
my
really hard.
mom,
Hurts?
yes.
Hurts? ¿Te duele mucho?
Sometimes when I read too much, when I see television too much, when I use the computer too much. So I'm almost always using it. But I found an advantage about this because cuando estoy picando la cebolla, no me lloran porque los lentes
Qué
me cubren.
loco.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, I want to know if you can find like some prices of that patent. Did you check it? And did you check it like the drawings, the description of the lenses? How was the drawings?
Yes, I told you I found some drawings about the project of the state of the art. I didn't find drawings about the glasses 3D of the Chinese, but I found drawings about of the state of the art in United States, and so weird because I didn't understand the drawings. It was a lens that was in this shape, the lens, this shape like cóncavo, creo cóncavo.
Okay, like
And
with curve.
yes, curve,
Curve.
a curve lens, and have many gates, like 3, 4 glasses in the same place. And in the middle, it was, I don't know, grueso. I don't know how to say it.
No, you can say like was huge or big,
Yeah,
or
so
it has like
and
okay, but how is your perception about the drawings?
I don't know, maybe some strange. I as I told you, I didn't understand well the drawing. When I was looking for the drawings, I hope to find a glasses, a drawing of glasses, but no, it was a drawing so weird.
Sorry that I interrupt you. Thick or fat?
What is that? I don't.
Grueso, grosor.
Grueso.
Fat. But you can also, like, the easiest way that you can say something is, it's just fat.
Okay. Gracias.
¿Ya? De nada. Listo. Entonces, hasta esta sesión, mañana, we will discuss a little bit about the ideas and the products that you find. I really find some really interesting. And we will talk about a little bit by the beginning, but until then, we will finish like the intellectual property part. And I hope that you didn't have like more questions. And other thing that is really important to see is that this is not the unique database that you can find online. You can find other ones depending of the country. So some countries that works on it have more development as Switzerland or Belgium or Germany. They have these patents and these databases where you can find more information, and also you can translate it. One that you can find for these aspects when you want to work on it, if maybe you want to find more information, is the PCT, right? This is not to talk about not just the patents, it talks about also trademarks. Do you know what is a trademark? Do you have it clear in your mind?
Not
Perfect.
too clear,
So
but
you can find tell me?
I have an idea. Not too clear,
Okay,
but
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, what results confusing for you, or which part you don't understand about a trademark?
I thought that is like some um a trade where, I mean, trade is like a place where you can sell and buy many things. But a trademark, I have an idea like is like um talking about companies and the mark of the companies. I think
Mm-hmm. Yes. What
uh,
more?
about everything legal about this company, but doing negotiations.
Yeah, we have here something so important, and I will tell you in English and then in Spanish. Trademarks is the part of the intellectual property law that is connected with brands or with branding, es con la marca comercial. Por ejemplo, el más común, el ejemplo de McDonald's, right? This is the huge example or the best example that I can give you. When I tell you McDonald's, you instantly get an image in your mind that is like an M, or you talk about, or you think about clowns, or you think about red and yellow and all these colors and the hamburgers, Coke, everything. To get an idea. All this is the branding. And some people are working on it for create a branding in the minds of the people that want to take a product or buy a product, right? That is the branding. But when we're talking about discuss maybe one contract, this is not the name of the company. McDonald's is not the name of the company. It's just a brand. The name in Spanish is something like Arcos Dorados. ¿Sí? Con
Yeah,
Arcos Dorados es con quien yo
like
contraigo
Taco
una
Bell,
obligación. Ujú.
like Taco Bell, the name is Salsitas, I don't know, and the brand Taco Bell.
Perfecto. Todo lo que tiene que ver con la construcción del branding, de la marca comercial, son trademarks. So for example, if I want to create a new company that will create Coke, but just with other name, I will be involved in this kind of topics because maybe I create one black and so sweet, a liquid, and then I just want to change a little bit one design, and I will try. Obviously, the flavor for this company from Coke, it's really hard that we one day we know the secret, because this is one of the most protected patents around the world, right? One of the most protected information, because if someone more get it, you are done as a company. That is part of the successful of one of these companies. So if you want to try to copy or to use something so similar in topics of branding, if I want to create my logo and it's so similar to McDonald's or to Coke, maybe I use the same type of letter, I will get involved in a process in intellectual property law. And we are talking specifically about trademarks, okay? You will get this, everything so clear when you start to feel all the activity with this vocabulary, because they do the definition and it's really clear. If one time that you do it, you don't will have any doubt about it. You
Okay,
won't have any doubt.
okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Perfect. So we are done for tonight. I will please ask you that you fill the survey and I will see you tomorrow. Here,
Okay.
I guess that is active right now.
Yes, I did it. And I just
Okay.
tell you that on 8th March I start classes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Classes of what in your university?
Yeah.
And do you have like night schedules
¿Mm?
or shifts? ¿Tienes clases de noche? ¿Tienes como
No,
turnos
no,
de noche, horarios de noche?
no,
Okay.
elegí todos mis horarios en la mañana. Pero solo para decirte que ya empiezo mis clases de derecho formalmente.
Ah, so good. You will be so happy with that. And if I can help you, or one of the team work that we are creating right now, we can help you with something, or sometimes you have a job, or you have everything. We started and finished the process and will be so useful. Have like some friends that already um create their career, because you can get examples about it and you can make questions and have other kind of perspectives. So happy for you. I'm glad for you, and I hope that you can really be happy with the career that are you choosing it. That is the most important thing. Then the money goes and back, the health go and back, but the most beautiful thing is are doing in your life what you love to do, and you will create and you will discover yourself in that career. Okay, so I'm so happy, and I see you soon. I see you tomorrow.
Bye. Thank
Okay, good night. Bye bye. Hello, Rafael. How are you? How is everything going? I can't listen.
Hello, teacher. I'm fine.
Nice. How was your day at work?
Yeah, I don't know. It was so tiring.
Yeah,
Even if I
continue.
didn't do a lot of things, but I feel tired since early.
My gosh, you need maybe rest better. Something that I do when I need to work too much was turn off my phone when I go to sleep because then takes energy from you and you didn't rest so good. That helps. So maybe you can try.
Yeah, it sounds good. I was running.
Okay.
I don't know
Oh
why.
my gosh. So do you have time? Do you have time to feel the activity, like the vocabulary activity, or not really?
Yeah, I complete the vocabulary and I
Okay,
I try to search some things on Google Patents.
perfect. Do you have any question about the vocabulary activity?
Yeah, I'm not sure what is give me a second, goodwill.
Okay, the goodwill is something that is so abstract and is so subjective. It's really connected with the perception that we get about something, about a product. For example, the agendas. We will imagine that the agendas belongs to, I don't know, one really famous company. And at some point, we start to discover that the quality isn't good. So we didn't buy it anymore, right? But always we have a collective idea about something. For example, Coke. The most of the people knows that is bad for health, right?
Yeah.
But also we love it. So we know that is delicious. That is the perception. We never, maybe if we have troubles with the product, but we didn't connect it with quality. We know that Coke company have in this moment is like a high standard quality, you know? We never get involved with like a trouble in the production of something. So Coke, in this moment, Coke has a goodwill. They have a goodwill, right? So that is goodwill. Es como el buen nombre de una compañía. Es todos los derechos que están correlacionados con un posicionamiento en un mercado o en un sector de la economía. So all the materials and areas that are involved in this thing and all the instruments or skills that they use for make that the business grow, we catch it because we get the information, we get the publicity, we get the publishers do that amazing videos about a product. You get some descriptions, interviews, all that. It's really connected with all the production in the company. But also, if they have a trouble, a huge trouble, and the media are involved, they will have troubles actually in all the sales that they will get. We will imagine that Coke, we discover some journalists discover one really huge trouble that are affecting the goodwill of the company, and that the result of something against the goodwill basically is the difference on sales. ¿Ok? Cuando yo encuentro algo en contra del nombre de mi compañía, del buen nombre, de la calidad del servicio que estoy prestando, ¿cuál va a ser la consecuencia? Que yo pierdo clientes, que yo pierdo ventas. Esto se utiliza mucho en contratos de arrendamiento comerciales, porque si yo resulta que vendo zapatos en una esquina, llevo 50 años vendiendo zapatos en esa esquina y de un momento a otro algo pasa con el dueño del local y me quita ese contrato, yo demoré 50 años en crear la asociación mental en mi público de que en esa esquina yo vendo zapatos. Y cuando me sacan inesperadamente, sin ningún tipo de error, eso también tiene que ser un ítem de indemnización, porque esa asociación la pierdo y me costó mucho tiempo, mucho esfuerzo crearla. Ya no van a saber en qué esquina yo voy a vender zapatos. ¿Mm? Entonces, ese es el goodwill, a grandes rasgos. Eso hace referencia.
The good name of a natural person.
Yeah, it can also. You can. The most of the times is related with one business, right? One structure or one law firm. But for natural people, we can tell just reputation, and we work on it. We know that one lawyer is really good in what they are doing or saying or invested or researching, whatever. Or you can get a bad idea about someone. Oh no, that is so lazy. Or oh no, he didn't take time for continue improving himself or herself, right? So for us, we'll talk about reputation, but for businesses, we are talking about like goodwill. Basically, the goodwill are really connected with quality of the service or product.
Okay. And
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's good. And the C in the circle is used for objects or other things that are copyrighted,
Yeah.
isn't it? And the R in a circle is to register it a juris person, I think.
Yeah, it's like the brand, like the brand is registered. We can also use it for patents as a brand. In any product
I
that you
was not
find,
sure if I put good the C or the R.
and they are, yeah.
The
We
R.
can check it right now. The C, let me see. The C is on the number 6. Like it's a symbol used in the United States to give notice that work is protected by copyright, right? And it's so used like in publications or with the editorials, they use it a lot. And then the R is also a symbol used in the United States or in other parts of the world. That is the key, that it's international, it's worldwide. You will find that R, and means that it's like a registered trademark. Okay,
Okay.
means
And
that
how do you read it?
what? This
Yeah.
is you just talk about register. You talk about the symbol of registered brand or the symbol of registered trademark. It's in a way that you can like discuss it. It's just in Spanish. Es como una R y el círculo que lo rodea. Estamos hablando de marcas, ¿sí? De derecho de marcas, de que la marca ha sido registrada. In English, it's also the same. It's like the R with the circle means, or the symbol of registered brand or registered trademarks. And we are talking about this. It's like, even in Spanish, it's really hard to find a way to describe it. We are talking about just the symbol, and we show it. When we put it online or we put it in Google, I have it here. If you copy and paste it, they never like the best description that they say is registered trademark symbol or registered sign, right? As via sign, like como una firma, como una marca. ¿Sí? Así lo hacen ellos. Te lo voy a copiar aquí en nuestro chat. Y es la mejor manera en la que lo puedes decir. Y lo mismo con copyright, register. Tenemos aquí en el chat. The register sign, register trademark symbol. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So moving on from that, I want to ask you if you find some patent that result interesting for you. Why? Where? How? What information did you get? How much cost? Maybe if you check the state of the art, everything that you want to share with me tonight, and I will be listen.
Yeah, I didn't understand so well this the way that this page works.
Okay.
The first thing I was searching was this crazy idea about some artifact or machine which what could record the thoughts
Mhm.
or minds, because I was reading the other year that in China and there are some people working in a machine we was machine that it could um, recording that we have in the mind. So it sounds very crazy and very important, I think.
Okay.
But I didn't find anything. I didn't found
Mhm.
anything.
Okay. So what other did you choose for this activity?
Yeah. Next, I search what I search. I just put advertisement,
Yes. Advertisement.
advertisement, and but it was a lot of other patterns that was weird about uh, embryon humans and other
Mhm.
things that I don't know what is the reason that it appeared when I put advertisement. It was
I
weird.
didn't know also. Okay. And what did you find about that topic?
Yeah, I'm not sure how use the concept of this web page.
Yes, of
So
this
we
website.
have these options to put the date when it was patent.
Yeah.
Um, the the country when it was registered too. It was good to search, or even even language. But if you put Spanish, you don't find so much things.
Yeah.
I think
Because it's
there.
really hard that in our countries we ask for international protection in these areas unless you get a really good product and you need to invest too much. So for
Yeah,
that reason, we use the offices in our countries for figure out what patents we get.
yeah. I think I need hard cures to understand so well this page and find anything I I want.
Yeah. But sometimes we just, um, like maybe didn't know how, but it's always a way. It's so useful when we talk about dates, when you are like kind of representing a client and you are fighting with other lawyers or law firms for figure out who do it faster and better, or who do it in which or what period of time, and then you can like select the range, and you can be secure that in, I don't know, in 2 years or in 1 year nobody do nothing. It's like talking about competence, right?
Something, yeah, something that I see that you can found specific things, but sometimes
Mhm.
you can't see like the general things. I don't know. That's the example. Next, I put something that I'm sure is invented, nuclear bomb,
Okay.
but
Oh,
you don't find anything about nuclear bomb. You just find about a lot of um, mechanical things that was uses to create that. I think.
yeah, of course, because when we're talking about patents, we are talking about one process that can be registered and that can be protected. It's like all the mechanical. process or the design process or the software process, you know. And when we talk about these topics about nuclear bombs or these kind of war strategies and guns and etc., we have also something that is
War strategies are patterns.
yeah, it's like trade secrets. I was like looking the word.
So
When a government do some development, they um, can like submit some stages because they are trying to looking forward the security, right? And this is
of
something that
course.
is allowed by the Council of Security of United
Yeah.
Nations,
Okay.
right?
I
Because then if you develop something and then you have to register, the other countries will know it. They have other processes, of course, but it's not necessarily the commercial
yeah,
one.
I was
Because
just thinking that I was search at least the name. No
yeah,
more information, but just the names, the history. I think
yeah, and
it
especially US and Russia, they don't really do that. Just they develop the technology for create something stronger and higher and bigger and worse every time because it's
yeah,
just a
look at me
strategy.
and
It's
say,
like a military, yeah, it's like a military strategy, and we cannot defend it about it. We are done. We will die. No, so no worries. With all these army stuff, they have other kind of conditions, and actually in my country they have it a lot of permissions and a lot of conditions so different that other businesses, right? They import and export under other specific regulation that we cannot get it involved in unless we are working on it. We can study it, but we cannot really know how to do it if you are not involved with the army force.
yeah.
So that is normal in all countries, no worries at all. Okay, Rafael, so before you leave, I will please ask you that you fill the survey and I will see you tomorrow night.
I did
Thank you
it.
so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, hopefully we can discuss a little bit of these ideas tomorrow night. And then we are done with the intellectual property aspect.
Okay.
Okay, bye bye. Good night. Adios. Karen, good night. How are you?
Hi, Kali.
How is everything going?
I think fine.
Okay.
I
I
was
want to believe.
running. Yeah, exactly. I was running with a how I can explain that contestar una demanda.
Oh,
So at least I reached to finish. So I'm fine right now. I'm like um relaxed right now.
okay. That is so great. And what about what's the suit that are you doing?
It's about how is aerial space use,
Yeah.
about a pilot that don't have a medical certificate in right conditions because he had or he had a medical certification, but that expired, so he did around 18 flights without with the medical certification expired.
Okay.
So the authorities here make a multa, I don't know, an amount or
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can
know.
a request.
They
You can say request. The
okay. They
request
apply.
for money.
They okay. They request for money because they apply I don't
Cannot
know
listen so good.
sanction. I don't know.
You can say like
Right now, yes.
penalty. here we can talk by
Okay.
chat. You can talk about like penalty fee as fee, like you know that fee is synonym of tax or taxes.
Okay.
So when we're talking about like sanción o una sanción monetaria, multa, we'll talk like penalty fee.
Okay.
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 And
Like a penalty fee. So
yes.
the okay, the object of the process is to determine if it's if that would be proceed or not.
If
So
proceed or not.
I was
Okay.
looking
Working
for
on that.
exactly.
Okay, perfect. So do you have time for fill it out your activity with all this vocabulary and have it like everything so clear, or maybe not?
Okay. Yeah, I have time, but I must to confess that I didn't reach to complete everything, but I complete every word, okay, the objective that I found innovative or new for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
like
was
the new ones.
I was
Okay.
victim of I okay, the object, but I have years ago. eh, 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago, because
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago, entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneur. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. So we decided to buy this website, and we entered a company to keep and maintain that safe and sound for everyone, while we were starting with our entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So this guy, the manager of this account, lost our website.
Yeah.
So
They take
one
the
week
domain name.
later, someone with I don't that we didn't know, write to us to our emails and told us to pay $500 to to be back with, or to give us back uh, the website. So we decided to lost it.
Yeah, you will pay a new one
Because
and we'll change the name. And that happens
yeah,
because of
so
the
we decided
politics of your data. Do you know that? That is data information.
no, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because do you know that some websites
Okay.
like get the cookies, right? And the most of the times you are allowed them like to get have access so one kind of information that you put in the website.
Uh-huh.
And it's easier for the people that know how to do it to put it down because you don't pay by a security. You the most of the time you pay
Ah,
like domain name, etc. But when you put a little bit more of money, you can make secure your website and protect them from the data that is on it.
yeah, but the manager of our account didn't didn't do the work.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, exactly. In our case, we tried to have preventing measures, but
Yeah.
at the end that didn't happen. So so it was very
Okay.
funny when I found this word.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. Apart of that, you get some questions, you maybe have some doubts and have you some specific aspect that you want to ask for it because now is the time, now or never.
Okay, okay. I have a doubt with counterfeit.
Yes.
This is
Why?
when I use yeah, this is when I understand that it's when I use something that it's false. But I mean that it's when for example, that I use an object similar or so close that other that already exists. Like, I don't know, I do something with Adidas instead Adidas or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get it. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Is
that's
that
what.
is when I use a part of the design for the product, something that belongs to someone. I'm talking about a business, and I do it without permission, and I am trying to take an advantage from that.
Okay, but
Okay.
it's not how do they say, it's a copy exactly, but with not the same materials, for example.
For example,
Okay,
for example,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
but can be involved like other thing that is not just material. We can talk about this in some subjective matters. We can talk about this with some subwords and something that is not so tangible but exists, and you can take it
okay,
from that. That is maybe
okay,
the difference with piracy, that you
okay.
take.
That
Yeah,
was my question. What is the difference
yeah,
between both?
yeah. Because with piracy you can do it with any qualification, right? I
Okay.
just take, imagine like the DVD, and it's like similar. They are
Uh-huh.
part, like the piracy is part of it. But I can do this. I get it here. We can do it with any type of products. Also, the virtual one. I can do it with a
Okay.
website. I can do it with. It's like an act with a really bad faith, and it's not just about to create one shoe similar to Nike and use other products. It's
Okay.
talking like more deeper, like going against the brand so direct for, yeah, for affect them, you know. So that is the
Okay.
difference between it. Then
Okay.
we
Thank you.
get, yeah, no worries. Then we have like then we have all the topic that I was seeing the my own activity, because of course I feel it. And you can use it also when you need to get a result from soup. It's
Hmm.
different when you need to prove it in a soup case, because
Okay.
it was a thing that I was telling you during the class or during the lesson. And it's really hard that one huge company as Nike comes to Bolivia or to Peru or to Costa Rica to find the little producers that do it in the garage of their homes, that they are trying to do
Hmm.
in the same. Obviously, they do it by other reasons, but they are not attaching, of course, that they are against the brand, but it's so hard that they getting affected by, you know?
Hmm.
Because if they sue them, what they will get? The machine? They don't care at all. So that happens too
Hmm.
much with piracy also. Okay?
Okay.
And so quickly, like in 4 minutes or something, you will tell me about the patents that you discover, or the patent or patents, and what you want to share with me.
Okay. I did a research about highlighter pens because I'm a big fan of that.
Okay,
So in that research, I found um a smart pen, but it was very different that we know, or it's in develop right now. The
okay,
patent is active, and it's in studying. But the idea is that if you have in a smart pen, you could write in paper, and that record every movement that you do,
okay,
and you could put the smart pen in your computer, and the records could be copy and paste in Word. That's I found that
okay.
very
Yes,
very
I saw.
useful for me because yeah, in my case, I like so much to use paper and colors and highlighters and everything, but at the same way, and in the other hand, sometimes I would like to have the notes in my computer, but without doing or processing the data that I take notes.
Yeah.
That it will be very I
Useful.
could I with that useful, yeah, and I could earn time or save
Yes,
time,
many times, same time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
would be nice, yeah.
And where? Where is the
And
patent?
I
In which
discovered
country?
I from Japan, that's it's the other note that I found because it's a patent from Japan, so everything that is not in the Google patents, it is in Japanese.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I could download everything. I saw the draws and the technical draws and the images, but I didn't understand a lot
Understand.
because they were in
Yeah.
Japanese. But in the abstract in the website there is in English, so
Yeah.
I got that from the abstract.
Because it's a requirement that be in English.
Yeah, actually,
¿Sabes cuál es el principio
yesterday
que
when
rige eso? Oponibilidad.
oponibilidad,
Because the people
I
need
need
to make a decision if something goes wrong, right? Because
yeah.
they do all the selections of the patents for registered by the manual way, and you know that it's a human, they can make mistakes.
Mhm.
So for opposition, for warranties, right, they do it in English. But then all the technical information can be in
Mhm.
the original one. Because
Okay.
in this resume or abstract, do you find all the difference with all the other designs or products? So you didn't need to get access to, oh yes, they will use this. No, you just need the general. And then it's done. If you needed to get a translator.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. So thank you so much for your time. We will try to discuss a little bit of these topics tomorrow before to
Okay.
start. We will talk about this a couple of minutes and then we will go with the agricultural law. Thank you so much, Karen. I will please ask you that
Bye.
you fill the survey before you leave.
I already feel it.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And I will
Bye.
see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night. Bye bye.
Night.
Maria Borosio, buenas noches. Good
Hi,
night.
darling.
How
How
are
are
you?
you? I'm
I'm
doing good.
fine. Thank you so much. How
Thank
is
you.
everything going?
I think it's good. I'm just a little bit tired.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is if maybe you have some questions about the vocabulary activity, if maybe you want to ask something, you are confused about something or whatever, it's the time that you want to do maybe some questions and we
Yes.
will solve it. And also, then we will discuss like the activity from the parent.
I don't get at all the significance of derivative work, the number two of the homework.
Okay.
This and the other thing. Well, actually, this is not a, like um I don't have doubts about it, but it was strange for me because in Spanish we just have the word marca, and here I think they use different name for products than they use for services. For example, trademark and service mark. That was something that I didn't know. But yeah, I'm confused a little bit about derivative work.
About what?
The number two of the homework, that I'm not
Yeah.
very sure if I'm pronouncing it well. Derivative work. It says the term derivative work refers to a new work that it is based on a pre-existing work to which enough original creative work has been added, so that the new work. All right, but I don't get the whole idea.
Yeah, no worries. The result there is like the patent. The idea about this is we talked about this yesterday, and it's so important to understand that it's not necessary that you create the whole product. Maybe you can do an innovation or create a part that be different about the other ones, like about the 30 have, I don't know, 300 results or 3,000 or whatever. But if you change something that is innovate and that do like all the concept can create an evolution from that, you can patent it, right? So the one that is there is patent. O sea, solamente no tienes que patentar un nuevo producto industrializado y no. También puedes hacer una modificación a un producto preexistente siempre y cuando ayude a que evolucione el producto y se convierta mejor. Eso es parte del sustento de la patente. Tú tienes que explicar en un abstracto, en un resumen, básicamente cuál es la modificación, cuál es la diferencia entre todos los productos, entre los 50.000 productos que hay y el tuyo, y cómo va a mejorar el producto o servicio. ¿Sí? En español lo hacemos como indiferente. En inglés ellos sí lo ven distinto. ¿Va? Pero es patente. ¿Sí? Es una patente. No necesariamente tiene que ser una invención, porque pueden existir invenciones completamente. Me dijeron como algo que yo nunca había escuchado, como que dentro de las ideas de las patentes me comentaron una que era unas gotas que iba dentro del visor del carro y generaban que la persona que conducía podía ver perfecto si no trae lentes y es ciega como yo. Pues eso es completamente innovador, ¿sí? Va a ser fácil hacer la patente. Pero también pueden existir unas modificaciones mecánicas, industriales, de diseño, de funcionamiento, de energía, que se pueden marcar dentro de las patentes y dentro de este derecho, sin que signifique la creación nueva de un producto, porque pues casi ya todo está inventado, ¿sí? Entonces, es como importante ahí para que lo tengas en cuenta. ¿Ok?
Other thing that I didn't get, it was when you just started it, you were explaining yesterday about 2 moments of the
Okay.
registration of the patent.
Yeah.
I didn't get it very well.
Okay. I am talking about one international procedure, of course, and the main office is in Switzerland and US. In each country, we have different processes, and we can do it like in a different way. But the one that I took was from US. They talk about 3 stages or 3 steps for get the final patent. The one that we look in Google is the final one, like the full patent, when it's done completely. Even maybe can be active or non-active, but the process is complete, right? We can do it in 2 ways. The first one, my client in this moment are creating all the, or is creating all the product. And of course that in a creative process, we can get modifications. We can modify stuff because, oh no, this color, no, maybe this one, this design, no, this is not useful, blah, blah, blah. So when we need to do these kind of aspects or change this kind of stuff or aspects or issues, the best thing that we can do is start like step by step. The first one is the provisional, and we can make modifications without troubles, right? It's cheaper. Anytime that we want to modify it, we don't will get like a lot of stuff, a lot of troubles, because the committee that oversee is not complete. The committee will check it at the end. So I can modify everything. I can pay a little bit and I can start to modify. Then when I want to move to the next step, we will go into the non-provisional. And the requirement for change stuff are higher, and you will start to connect it with other offices depending of the matter that are you working on it. And the end, like the final result, is the patent. And then we get international. If you are in US, you get international protection, and then you connect it with the office on Switzerland that is called WIPO, and you register there, and then you have like protection for the time that you want. That is like 30 months in general. But then if I want that my invention be protected for all my life, I can pay it for that, and I can like fully protect my idea. But the difference in these three stages is basically, or the main difference is that is the flexibility that I can make changes on it. And this is important to know it because it depends on the client. Maybe we take it here, or maybe we take it here, or maybe in the middle. So the flexibility is the most important thing. Then other thing that it's important if you are so interested is the PCT. It's one office on US that they collect like a property, treaties, etc., and they collect like other databases, but just for US. And you will find like other information more specific and more organized than in Google Patents. So it depends on you, and depends when you are working, because of course that if you are working in Colombia, the offices will be so different. The databases change a lot. And depending of the matter, of course, because you can be talking about software, hardware, you can be talking about design work, mechanical work, industrial work, and pharmaceutical work. You can have like a lot of stages, and not all inventions need to be registered for getting protected. They are, this is an area of law that is really confused because one of the definitions of parts are inside of other one and inside of other one, another one. And when we are changing the language, this can be hard. For example, in my case in Colombia, we have like a specific office just for music that maybe exists in Canada, maybe no. So depending when you get your client, right? So basically that is the difference.
Okay. Yeah. You said something very interesting that I heard, I think it was a year ago, because I had this class in my university a year ago, and I asked the teacher, when do you need to use, or when do you recommend to use a patent, and when do you recommend to use a trade secret? I think it was the word. Obviously, it depends on your client, and it depends also in what do you want to earn. How do you want to do this? For example, I know the formula of Coca-Cola is a trade secret. No,
yeah, and it's the famous one.
Yeah, but if you ask me, I think Coca-Cola is pretty close to Pepsi. I think it's the same. But well, yeah, it's a trade secret. It's a trade secret. But for example,
Yeah.
in this kind of medicines or another stuff that you do a patent, you are the only one who are going to explode this patent for 20 years. That's 10.
I know what I know. No, I know. No. I know what are you trying to telling me, and I will take a step, and is from you, of course. What is the result of the patent, right? Why I should do that? Because then I can sell it, and when I sell it, it's called license. If I sell my patent, the result is license, and then I can ask whatever that I want because it's my right. So for me, if I pay $1,000, I can, if someone really needed for create or develop one really amazing product and they have everything and they need my patent, I can put price whatever that I want. And there is the business, right? Because if I pay for a lawyer that cost me $2,000 and for the patent I pay one more, it pays $3,000. But then if I sell it in 20, that is a really huge discuss about inclusive about this coronavirus situation because they was talking like the one that found it will patent it and then we will have to pay for the vaccine a lot of more because of the knowledge. And what is the patent basically? Es el know-how, cómo hacer las cosas, cuál es el paso a paso. Y si me toca licenciarlo, pues un proceso se va a volver mucho más difícil.
No, but it is also a big inversion.
Yeah.
It is investment. Sorry, it is a big investment. So you need to have some incentives to work in this patent. For example, if you know that you are a famous scientist and you have a big laboratory, you are going to work for a vaccine that finally you are not going to explode it as you want, and you're going to waste a lot of money and a lot of efforts and a lot of, I don't know, it's a really big thing.
Yeah, but you
So
need to analyze also that first, or you are working for a, in this case, we are analyze it. If we're, or you are working for by a laboratory, or you are working by the university or whatever. So they are giving you the salary because you are a scientist, right? You are a chemical or an engineer or whatever. They are paying you for make your profession, right? But in these extreme cases, you can like go to the step to the history as a really selfish person, or someone that are trying to help the humanity. And that is the difference. They were trying to, because maybe the money don't belongs or don't comes or didn't comes by the patent. But all imagine what kind of businesses will create the one that invent or that can develop this vaccine. And there is like other concepts so involved that for us is like for business is like goodwill, but for us is reputation. The
mhm.
goodwill belongs to the university, but then the reputation will go with the scientist. And then if that works, that is this case, and with the humanity saved by a world pandemic and all destruction, whatever, you are a hero and you will go back to the history as that. And you can find like with some sexual issues that a lot of people do the opposite, and of course that they become rich in some aspects, but they are like in the dark side of the force, you know. I read a lot of articles. The journalists go against them so easy, but it's true.
What what you say is really interesting. I think, well, ethics in this kind of people, in these people, it's going to be also an incentive so they could think about the price of that. Think about how much they are going to earn about this patent. So first of all, I think we need to create some incentives as patents are to so they could invest in this work. They know I can earn whatever I want. The idea is, am I going to do it? Because if I'm going to do it, is all the people going to look at me like the person who is it's also, as you said, a goodwill and the reputation of this company or this scientist or this laboratory. It's not just how much I'm going to earn, how much I'm going to cobrar. I forgot this word.
Request, ask for it,
Request. Yeah, how much I'm going to ask for
or
this
win. Yeah,
or
or
win.
win. Yeah.
Yes, it's not just that. Yes, you have the possibility to do it, but that doesn't mean that you are going to do it. But at first, you need to have that possibility. So that could motivate you, and you could invest a lot because this is not really cheap. This is not cheap,
Mhm.
and you can do this for everyone. What I think, what's best, have something or have nothing.
Yeah. But also, you know that all these pharmaceutical work and issues, they have a really high standards. And one time that you become a good scientist or that you can show the world what you can do, the money will stay with you anyway. Because this is the strong one of the strongest areas of economics around the world, right? And they were looking, try to look in that because if it's an university, you will put your high standard and you will win the money by other way, right? And when you do research by university, you are working in something that is related, that is an international credit or accreditation. So imagine which one will be the position of one university that develop these kind of issues. So that is like a mix of things. And I was reading about someone that I cannot remember the name, but it was related with this sexual stuff. and they take the decision for make it like for free to don't patent the discovery, and then other stupid, because it's a right, right? Other stupid comes and do the patent, and then even when this guy he didn't do nothing about like all the pharmaceutical process as he patented because there was nothing on it, then he get money from that and the cost of the pills got higher, right? So you need to be involved in this patent process, even if you want to protect one that want to work with ethics. I guess that is the thing that you want to say. But it's on you. Stefan, you think that maybe the patent will be just protect some rights, and maybe can be a patent with a really low price because you can put you are protected about the ownership, but that doesn't mean that you want to be rich from that patent. That is other possibility. You can do it. You can put the prices down, right? Like the
And
patent exists for $1,000 or $500. That it's
and
something
that's always that
that's
is going to be up to you.
yeah.
No. Yeah, but at first, well, you know, the other day, no, it was not the other day, it was about a semester ago. I was studying economics in law because I
Mhm.
had a class like that in university. And my teacher was talking about patents. I didn't have the patents class before that. He just
Okay.
started talking about patents, and he said, for 20 years, a lot of people is going to die because they are not having to, they are not going to have the exact amount to pay for that. But after 20 years, a lot of people is going to be safe. And he said a question that to everyone. He didn't answer it. He just said it. He said, "What do you prefer, die today or die tomorrow?" No, it's like, do you prefer patents today? Are some people dying today and being safe tomorrow, or a lot of people that they don't have the patent because we didn't have the right incentive to create that because it's really expensive. That was his point of view. It was interesting. But then I heard another teacher that it was about this IP law, and he said, well, that in our system there is one possibility to control that. I don't remember. I don't remember what he said. It was in the Indian Community of Nations in all the decisions that they have. And actually, there is one possibility to give the patent, but also control a little bit how is this patent is going to be managed. So you could you could earn something, but you couldn't earn like in this kind of crisis or crisis. You couldn't do it
Crisis.
crisis. You can do it too much. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, they have like limits.
Yeah, some limits. The limits are a possibility in our nations with these decisions. Now, legally, it's a possibility to do it if we wanted to do it.
Yeah, that is really important. Okay, so moving, we will finish your time.
Sorry.
No worries. No, it was really interesting. And before you leave, I want to listen, like the pattern that you choose.
Actually, I was looking at some coronavirus patents because I
Ah,
was very
okay,
curious at it. But
okay.
I found some patent about a vaccine for coronavirus. Coronavirus, this is the new coronavirus, is 20, but we had another ones. So I found one that it was registered in 2015 from Korea. And yeah, it's a long time ago. Well, yeah, actually it is like 6 years ago, but it was interesting because how I started thinking, illnesses progress at the same
Yeah,
time as the same time medicine progress.
yeah. That is true. And I know that because a physician that is my friend from Germany, they post something by the article that he was reading was something about 2000 or 2001, and they was talking about coronavirus. I was like, oh, that is it's not new.
That is not.
Here is like quite hard actually. We are kind of relaxed because sometimes I went to buy something and some people are walking on the street without face masks, and we are started to get relaxed, but the virus is really hard, continue being so hard and so strong, and will continue killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, Maria, thank you so much for the conversation. And for the link, I will please ask you, as always, that you fill it, the survey.
Yep.
And then we are done.
Thank you.
We are done for tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye. Good night. Bye-bye.